This is in 5.7. In this problem, we're doing a little bit more geometry. Very simple though. Mostly it's about solving the equation, okay? So they're telling us let A and B be the lengths of the legs of a right triangle. Okay, so this is A and this is B. And we know because this little square right here is telling us this is where the right angle is in this right triangle. This is the 90-degree angle. So these two sides are the legs of the right triangle. This is A and B. And really it doesn't matter which is A and B because these are just two lengths that later we're going to multiply together. Okay, so then it says, use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the hypotenuse and round to 3 decimal places. Okay, so you might have heard of the Pythagorean theorem. This is the formula that we use, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And it's really important that you make this note that c is the hypotenuse. Okay, so the side of the right triangle that is opposite from the right angle is always the hypotenuse. Usually it's labeled as C. Okay, so now we're just going to solve this equation. And the first thing that you're going to do is just fill in for the variables with the values that were given, okay? So 2 squared plus 20 squared is c squared, okay? And then you probably know 2 squared is 4. You could put 20 squared in the calculator. That would be 400. So that we're just going to have equaling, let me just rewrite this here. So now we've got 4 plus 400 equals c squared. Okay, so obviously we're just going to add these two together, and that's going to give us c squared. Okay, we're trying to solve for c, not c squared. So we have to do something to get rid of this squared, and it's something we haven't done before in this class. And what we do is we use the square root symbol on both sides of the equal sign. And what happens is here, the square root of c squared is just c. And over here is where I was kind of giving you a little hint about how to think about that. You might know that the square root of 16 equals 4. And then we could also say that 4 squared equals 16. So that's kind of how this is working here. When we're getting the square root of c squared, we're basically asking ourselves, what can we square and get c squared? Of course, here it's just c. Now over here, you're going to put this in the calculator. On my calculator, which you might have one like this, you put in the number 404 and then hit the square root over x sign. And that's giving us, it says round to 3 places, so I'm going to get 4, 20.0997. 20.0997. We're going to round that to 3 places. So the 7 is telling us we're going to round this number up. So we're going to round this up to 10. We're going to carry the 1. And this is going to be 10. Carry the 1. And this is going to be 1. So rounded to 3 places, it's going to be 20.1. You could leave it like that, or you could write out those 2 extra digits. That equals C.